So in this video, we're going to talk about when do you actually average down on your position. Very important. What's up? Tim Sykes, millionaire mentor and trader here, answering your questions. A lot of people ask me, like, should I ever average down? Like, if I'm invested in a company, I still believe in the company, but the stock is coming down, should I average down? First of all, before I answer this question, have you ever traded before? Say yes or no in the comments. I'm just curious, not even have you averaged down before. Have you ever traded before? I'm trying to understand how many of my students are actually studying versus trading. And again, there's no criticisms. You can say no if you're not trading. You can say yes if you are trading. This is purely just for me so that I can kind of understand who watches these videos better. As for averaging down, I think that's very dangerous. As a newbie, as somebody with a small account, you know, for me, I want to trade like a sniper, right? Like I take one shot. I'm not like averaging into a position and then averaging out. If you have like $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, like your whole goal on a trade should be to make like $200, $300, $500 and then out. Averaging down sometimes can work, but not enough of the time to make it worth it, especially because it opens up big losses. You know, if you keep averaging down, forget about if you just average down once. What if you average down 2 times or 3 times and you keep digging yourself in? You're like, I'm taking a bigger position. I believe in this trade. I have, you know, a very strong thesis. I've done a lot of research. Well, actually, you know, you're just getting emotionally attached to that position. And when you get emotionally attached, and you average down, yes, like I said, sometimes it works out. But if you actually back test averaging down again and again and again, you're not going to do well in the long run, and it creates many big problems. Like that's how big losses are created, because you average down, and then maybe the company reports bad earnings and then it crashes even more. So now you just feel like devastated. You know, every time you go into a trade, you're putting your money in there, you're putting your heart, you're putting your mind, you're putting your time, you're getting, you know, some emotional involvement. So if you average down, let's say 3 or 4 times, like you are in, and then what if the company disappoints you? I mean, that's devastating, especially if you're a newbie. So for me, I simply follow rule number 1, because I trade with a small account and I kind of put myself in your shoes every year. I start with 12,000. In 3 months, I've already grown it to 18,000. Not once in this year, or I think even last year. Maybe last year I did it once. I'm not, you know, perfect. Sometimes I break my own rules, which I probably shouldn't, but I'm human. So if you want to just learn, don't average down, okay? If a stock is going against you, there's something wrong with your thesis, cut the losses. Maybe even cut the gain. Maybe, like, you know, some people like to average up, and I've heard this, like, add to your winners. Screw that. If you have a small account, your whole goal is to make a little money on this trade, not to maximize it. You can start maximizing or trying to maximize your profits later on. My audience, a lot of you guys, and again, this is why I'm curious to see how many of you guys are actually studying versus trading. Enter your comment below. I'm curious. But I'm guessing, just based on my interactions with you, most of you guys are just starting. And if you're just starting, you want to play things very, very safely. You want to be overly safe. This is the way that I teach. This is the way that I trade, because you can always get more aggressive later on. After you have enough money, after you have enough knowledge, after you have enough experience, get more aggressive later on. This video is specifically for, you know, your first 6 months, first year, maybe even first 2 or 3 years, depending on how much you study. You know, I have a lot of part-time students. So if you're only studying my stuff like an hour a week, it might take you 3 years to learn everything, as opposed to if you're studying an hour a day, it's shorter. Do me a favor and just be safe. You can never be too safe in your first few months or first few years learning. If you're 10 or 20 years in and you've already seen as much stuff as I have, sometimes, you know, you can be more aggressive. But I think a good rule in the beginning is not to be aggressive on any stock, not to let the potential for damage, whether it's, you know, monetary damage to your account, damage to your head and your confidence, and your frustration level, it just opens up Pandora's box. and you just don't want that. So for me, follow rule number 1, cut losses quickly, never ever average down. That's a good rule to live by until you have enough money and experience later on where you can start to experiment, but not in the beginning. Don't set yourself up for failure. Stay true, stay disciplined, and the game becomes easier and more mechanical, less emotional. Hey, Tim Sykes, Millionaire Mentor and Trader. Thank you for watching my videos. I hope that they help you. I want to share everything that I've learned over the years. You can check out more videos right over there. And also click subscribe so that you can watch all of these videos, get that knowledge, and become my next millionaire student.